haven't dropped any frames. Oh, it looks like it went down for a bit, but didn't tell me. It says I'm only live for 23 seconds. It went down. That's weird. It didn't even give me like a ping. Damn, that's annoying, because that means I need to upload this in 2 separate parts now. Wow, that stomp hit in a super weird way. He got the mid-air connect to the second hit only. Oro has like setups into that second hit of the stomp, but you never do it because it doesn't do anything good. It knocks down. The first hit of stomp knocks the opponent upward, the second one hits them downward. And it knocks over. On some characters you can't juggle that second hit at all, but on no character would you want to. Ooh, nice punish, I guess. Five stone is a meaty. Gets the unblockable. That's not bad. Oh, he went for the reset when he had the kill. All he had to do was stand strong, but he was stand short. It's the wrong normal. He could have gone into chicken. I think he was expecting the stones to not hit on his last one or something, because the stones were running out right then. But it was reactable. I would have finished it. Weird pressure. Oh. Raw 3 stone. This is quite good against Alex. I don't see Alex living here. Whoa! Normally when you see them jump like that, you want to do an immediate stand short. And the stand short will recover in time, but the stones will be inside Alex's body. Does that work? I thought that didn't work. He got air parried and then he double jumped. What the fuck? Oh, it's if you parry, you can't double jump, I think. I guess if you get parried, your double jump is still there. I never really thought about doing that. Necro has to stop doing electricity as soon as he hits if he wants to juggle. And the downside of that is if the opponent parries, they don't have to parry multiple times. I think she can air parry after EXDP hits, but don't quote me. Oh, here we go. He didn't move. That's the way I do it. Except I whiff some crutch fierces to build some meter. If the guide said so, then they're probably right. I don't know that much about Ibuki. Generally speaking, anyone who has like a good anti-air should be able to hit her, I guess. So like Akuma's DP would probably just beat her coming down. On certain characters, she can get a juggle on the way down. Or I shouldn't say a juggle, a link. It's like only a few characters though. It's like Hugo and I think Q. I don't know if it works on anyone else. I don't know if it works on Alex. That's a good reply. That was like better than I could have possibly imagined. I thought he was just going to remove some hits from the super. But actually he fully hit Oro and then was able to block the super no problem. Nice. The fierce into towards forward is best for like the you can actually combo out of it on the ground, but the combo on the ground is super hard to hit. I think she might have another TC that works that doesn't give you a combo on the ground but is easier to go for. It might be like a medium kick. I don't remember if that works or not. I don't like that he's not doing crutch fierces. See, he would have had meter for another one if he was doing crutch fierces. He would have had 6 crutch fierces worth of meter. I think that was enough to put him on another booger. Because he almost had it. Ooh, this matchup. Some of Dudley's TCs are okay. If you don't have a super, you might as well do the overhead TC, because it's the best you can get from his overhead. The overhead TC also forces the opponent not to do something fast after a parried towards roundhouse. Or it forces the opponent to do something fast. Like, if the opponent does parries his overhead and then does a throw, it'll beat anything Dudley does, including the second hit of the TC. But if the opponent does, like, let's say, parries the dart shot into Q's command grab, the second hit of the TC will beat the command grab. The other TC's towards roundhouse, towards forward. Or I guess it's just towards roundhouse forward. Some of the other TCs have some weird links, but mostly it doesn't really matter. Like, you can cancel towards jab towards strong, I think, but you wouldn't. No one ever does that one. The low one is done quite a lot. If you don't have super, the low one is the best you can get from a low. That's not crutch roundhouse. Low short is unreactable, and crutch roundhouse can technically be parried low on reaction. Although not everyone will do it. Oh, go for the... Oh. He had the touch of stun there. He didn't even attempt it. Low-key misplay. Maybe he doesn't know how to do it. It's not super duper hard. If you've labbed it even a little bit, you can get it. That might be better. Q versus Oro is like 8-2 comfortably, and maybe worse. Oro is very strong here. It's like everything Oro has is a counter pick for Q. Q can't there's that. You can just dash under his dash punches. You can crouch under his dash punches. Every time you jump in on him, his anti-airs are really shitty, and you get a mix-up between stomp and throw. You get really high damage juggles on him because of the weird way he juggles. You can get touch of dizzies in the corner. You have to do that high on Q because he's weird. He's very narrow. Yeah, and then when you get the touch of dizzy, you have an extra high damage corner juggle against Q. You get 6 roundhouses. That only works on Q. There are other things about it that are shitty too. Q can't taunt. Oro has good movement. Q has like no, apart from Super 2, Q has no way of doing 2 taunts at once. Because every time he tries to do 2 taunts, Oro can dash in and hit him. And the times where he can get 1 taunt, Oro can get pressure, and sometimes even a punish. He can't taunt in neutral almost at all because Oro could just dash in. You can do left-right unblockables mid-screen with 5-stone really easily as well. The 4-stone, I mean the Super 2 unblockables work as well, but Q frequently gets cornered immediately, and it's hard to get him out of the corner. So getting the mid-screen unblockables is usually not very practical. I didn't know Q was a secret boss for the first, couple years I played this game. Mostly because I only played competitive. Mid-level Chun's most characters can beat. Chun is not that scary until she's being played correctly. Like, Oro is really strong against Chun-Li until she's being played at the higher levels, to be honest. Because you have a touch of Dizzy on her as well. She juggles easily, and Oro's neutral is okay until she's pushing the right buttons. Masatsu Urian is super good. I saw a tournament with him, and I remember thinking, God damn, this guy is something else. I didn't realize it was him at first, because I usually always saw him as Masatsu, but in that tournament he was Yaro. Q has a few matchups where he's okay. Oh, fair, though. I don't know. I'm not a Q expert. Really nice combo. Oh, the start of a really nice combo. That knee drop is supposed to prevent Hugo from bouncing out. In a perfect world. Very nice. Oh, one dash too many perhaps. Sometimes a single parry will just nullify an entire, like, unblockable situation like that. The thing is, he needs the extra dash if there is no parry. But the single parry fucks up the extra dash. Like, if he doesn't do the extra dash and Hugo just blocks, Hugo gets pushed out of the mirror too fast. Or has that scenario sometimes too, where you need to kind of move the opponent into the fireball, but the process of moving them makes it so that if they parry, they never get moved the other way, so they just get pushed out. What's up, jab? He was trying to win an air-to-air scenario, probably. And that looks like it's active for the entire jump, but don't quote me. I didn't know that about that normal. That was a universal mechanic in SF2. All air light normals were active for the whole jump. In this game, it's not many of them. Apart from dive kicks, I can't even think of an air normal that's active for the whole jump in SF5. In SF3, air throws function as an actual mix-up option, but they're usually not super duper rewarding. But they have like a purpose in the air-to-air scenario, which is not really true in SF4 and SF5. In SF4 and SF5, they're just like extra fast and extra strong. But of course, they only work as air-to-air, so they don't work as like air-to-ground anything. That's probably the best thing they could have done with them in SF4 and SF5, because there is no air-to-air mix-up in that way. I guess they have smaller range than other air-to-air options. Although it depends on the character. One obscure character across any Street Fighter to be an SF6. IS Oro. Remember the USF4 Ibuki air throw bug? I don't remember if that's still in the game or if they fixed it. It might have been fixed in the very last patch. Like after Ultra was already out, the 1.04 or whatever. Basically, the last hit of Ibuki's air throw is the only one that's flagged to be able to kill the opponent. And the last hit wouldn't play out if you did the air throw extra low to the ground. So even if the opponent had like 0 HP, if you got a low to the ground air throw, it wouldn't kill them. This is a tip I've received before, and yet it's one I don't heed. Ooh, that was cool. That's really how it is. I don't want to have to open my page. It's just an issue of laziness. I like keeping people guessing on what I'm actually streaming. If there was a way to type in chat to change my game name, I would do it every time. Because my chat is open. But it's like a pop-out chat. Ooh. If that was an uppercut, he might have killed. I don't know, uppercut probably does barely more damage than... Sand Pierce. That whiff punish. Low forward fireball is something you see a lot from like low to mid level Shoto players in this game. But the higher level you get, the less people do it. And it's kind of funny because it does take a red parry to get out of. It's very unrewarding. It's like safer than a sweep, almost always. Probably get about the same damage as a sweep between the low forward and the fireball. That was a punish, I think. Oh, what a good punish, too. You ended up being just a little bit too far from the corner. That wonkiness with the mirror. Ken did that super and immediately got hit out of it. I doubt he had any expectation the super would hit properly. He was probably just doing the super to have something invincible that would have very low recovery. It depends on the fireball in this game. Using fireball as a poke is generally the right way to do it in SF4 and 5. But in this game, it's really too much risk for the reward. Because people jump like fucking grasshoppers. Your success rate will be okay. It's just, you know, fireballs aren't so strong. And jump ins are still strong. And, you know, it's reaction parryable. EX shoulder, trying for the chip out, but he only got one hit. Ken's crouch medium punch is like a tiny Yun palm. Is it going under? It did. It traded. Still really good for Yun. Now he's just wasting that time on that mirror. He did a really safe Gane combo. Didn't get much damage out of it, but it's okay. Nice red. He bet that mirror trying to get some meter for another mirror once Yun was actually cornered. Like, that mirror wasn't super dangerous, but it did force Yun. That was a failed headbutt. No! That mirror forced Yun into the corner and forced him to wait a bit, and Urien almost had his next bar. That's like a decision Urien has to make sometimes. How you use your meters like is how you live or die as Urien. That Ward's Fierce is too busted. Oh, it traded. Yun is actually airborne for his overhead. See, this is like a hard mirror to actually get any sort of meaningful combo, but it does give you some pressure and some meter. Oh, this can kill. This is over. Coming out of that alive is super difficult. Is that true? Wow. That'd be useful if she didn't already have another way of doing that. Pino AB7. This is Mr. Necro. He's not the most prolific Necro. He was considered to be one of the best players when the game came out. For like the first 3 years this game was out, he was like the Necro. Sugiyama played more overall, I think, and has maybe more technical skill. But Pino is... he makes some better clutch decisions, maybe? It's hard to say. Wubba Lubba Lub, is that true? I remember that one. Wow, you're a big guy. Why is every single song in Rhythm Heaven so good? Crazy into you. For show. I think that's character specific, but I've seen it. On a couple characters, he's got regular DP into another regular DP. Particularly on several characters, he can do his target combo very slowly into one of the up kicks, I forget which. Heavy? And the first hit whiffs, so the second hit is the only hit that connects. And then if you get the second hit only, you can juggle another DP afterwards. It was in one of his OE trials, but it actually works on quite a few characters. I think it requires the jab jab strong fierce too. You have to do like the extended TC. You have to do the chain into the TC. And then you have to input the TC very slowly. I don't remember who it works on, but I thought it was just one character, but it actually works on quite a few. Ooh. If that was EX mirror, Black Urian would have won, but it was like medium mirror. Yeah. If he did one parry into tech or two parries into tech, he was actually fine there. He was going to live. But he did non-stop parries. It was a mix-up. Delayed overhead. See, that headbutt wasn't super risky. The first one was, though, I guess. Oh, yes. That was good charging. You see that? That was good charging all the way through. That was dash EX headbutt. Ebara! How was Pino AB7 on this fucking channel and he didn't even do anything? It's not fair. Nice. Using the air heavy to confirm the super. Hugo's combos are super limited, so just going straight into super as soon as you can is quite common. Even if he did like a light normal there, it wouldn't have increased his damage, I don't think. And he doesn't have any cancelable mediums or heavies. So air down fierce into just raw super is actually not too bad. Nice. Get parried super anyway. Fuck the police. Speedy? Nope. He might have already did that. He might have been afraid of EX Beer. I done block into delayed tech. Whereas if he was training a 360, he would have eaten an EX mirror hit. If you didn't already parry twice to parry tackle into EX mirror, getting the parry after the freeze is almost impossible. It's one frame. And it's at a very weird timing. It's much easier to parry before the freeze. And that requires, you know, a read. Wow. I was even looking for that. He didn't react to the button. How could he have? He reacted to the forward dash. He just raw supered. He's just like, if this is forward dash, it's going to be forward dash immediately into something. So I'll punish the something. I like when Chun-Li's pick Super 1 for this matchup. But even in this matchup where Super 1 is extra good, it's only about as good as Super 2. I think for that roundhouse, wanted close roundhouse. Chun-Li's being real safe here. It's quite nice. Despite being playing completely in the corner, he hasn't been like at risk for anything Hugo's could have done yet. Very, very safe. Anti-air parry into jump back. I feel like it doesn't get safer than that in this matchup. Ooh. Yeah, that was like perfect. I like wanna hate because this is like one of Hugo's worst matchups, but the way Chun-Li's playing this is pretty scientific, and I appreciate. He's like keeping the perfect range. Like this is actually like I wouldn't be surprised if this Chun-Li's played like I don't know. I'm just gonna say I wouldn't be surprised if this Chun-Li's played more Hugos than this Hugo's played Chun-Li's. But both these players have been playing for years and years and years. And failed car throw. This is perfect. Chun-Li's play is so perfect. He didn't enter into any mix-up. And he used his parries to deny all mix-up opportunities for Hugo. Hugo had nothing there except an extremely aggressive parry attempt. Like empty jump into like delayed parry. Which just had like a near zero success rate. It's really hard in this game to not enter into mix-ups. This game is quite offensive. In a perfect world, that back fierce was cancelled to lightning legs. He had the time to buffer it there. Nice. Good lord, Tommy's doing work. The taunt! The backstretch! It's only like 18% or something. That's the rarest taunt. Oof. She's dead. Or is she? That was an unusual. On Chun-Li, you can do a double. You can still do the double Fukiage, I think, but you can do a same side double Fukiage, which is easier. Chun-Li is Tommy. It's spelled Ta-me. I haven't finished Minish Cap yet. I've only had the one stream of it. I might do it today, I guess. They're doing it on Games Done Quick, I saw. I didn't even know that was coming up. I guess it just started like today or something. I don't know. Summary Games Done Quick is the good one too. Oh shit, Evo's coming up, isn't it? No, wait. Is it August? Is it early August again? That's still pretty soon. YSB. CEO is, I think, 1 month before Evo usually. So that makes sense. Sometime in July, perhaps, or maybe very late June, I don't know. I gotta go look at the tournament calendar. After watching how he played the last one, I wonder how Hugo can use... I wonder how YSB can use parries to thread this needle, if it can be done at all. Ooh, very nice. Ooh, EX spinning braid sucks dick. All of Chun-Li reversal options are kind of bad. Nothing is invincible until it hits for Chun-Li. She's got EX legs, which is pretty fast but not invincible. EX bird kick, which has some invincibility but not enough to cover for the hit. And Super 2, which moves a lot but is not invincible. So it won't like dodge hitboxes if they're inside her. It'll only dodge hitboxes that she can move out of, like fireballs. I don't know if Super 1 is invincible, but I don't think it is. Not that she would pick a Super just to get some invincibility. Yeah, the jump was super weird. It might have been a hard clap, it might have been a hard SPD. Both of those would have made sense there. You got like parry into jump back. Jump back fears. Ooh, look at that. Snatched. That went pretty far. This is why SBs, I can't see Chun-Li winning this. She's too... Oh, wait, no, it could happen. I was going to say the super was too dangerous, but his super just whiffed. That super does quite a lot of chip in its first hit. Enough to probably kill Chun-Li when she had that low HP there. Definitely the first two hits would have chipped her. Oh, rolling them bad matchups. It's Fujiwara. You get great Oki off of that scenario. Cool escape. Instant air parry to dodge the clap anti-air hitbox. If clap gets anti-air, you can juggle a EX lariat afterwards for good damage. And it can be down on reaction. Tricky. Even 2 hits of the TC, we're still safe. It's difficult to talk about when Dudley's TCs are good. That was parry bait. That super... Dudley can't like easily react there. Oh, he went for max. I think he could have just done one light uppercut. I mean, one light machine gun blow into ducking upper. I think that works. Works on some characters anyway. Anyway, Dudley did anti-air strong into super, expecting the strong to be parried so that he could then do a super. Oof, what happened? I think I want to see that round again. It was so quick. Low forward, got him into the corner almost instantly. Germanos hit. Caught Dudley trying to walk under maybe, I don't know. That's super low connect. It's tricky because if Hugo does an air button super low like that, it's hard to get out of both that plus an empty jump thing, such as empty jump 360. It also has a lot of frame advantage, and even if you parry it, it's safe. Oof. He went for multiple claps. That's good on block, but bad on parry. Dudley's almost have really busted frame advantage in general. Frame data. The advantage and the startup and the recovery. Everything. That was the worst crouch fierce of all time. There we go, towards forward uppercut. He had a super there as well, I think, but the super wasn't going to hit properly. But I think it would have gotten at least one hit. 6 medium kick is probably the single nastiest one. The neutral medium punch is good too. And low medium punch actually, but people don't usually use that one that much. Roundhouse is really nutty. Yeah, there's no human reason any Hugo player would ever do a crouch fierce like that. This one's not recent. This one just showed up on my feed recently, so I clicked on it. It's 2015, so it's like, you know, recent in the scope of this game, but not recent in terms of, like, borderline live. Still years ago. Oh, the accidental charge. Because of that bizarre hit. Look at that punish on the instant air. That was cool. Yake's Lariat's a super weird but useful tool for Hugo. It fills a lot of holes that he lacks. It's his only combo from cancelled attack at all. None of his cancels lead to anything except Super and EX Lariat. It lets him pick up long-range punishes. It lets him pick up long-range anti-airs, catch jump waves and stuff. It's a single parry, so it's not like it's super hard to. It's not like it's super duper effective. It's also very unsafe on block. Gives him a juggle in certain scenarios. Whoa, looking good. I still maybe like Oro here. It was a coin toss. This might be Hayao all the way through. It's got Hayao in the title there, I just realized. This might be an hour-long Hayao exhibition. I wonder if it's Oro versus Hayao all the way through. No, it is not. You guys ready for an hour of Hayao? Hayao almost always picks Super 1, and he's capable of those standing 720s. Although, to be fair, I think this is the Street Fighter with the easiest standing 720 of the whole series. The SF5 one is very fucking hard to do, but there's only one character with it, and it's not especially useful, because you can just confirm it. It's the easiest super to confirm. The SF4 one is slightly... What we got? Ooh. Is this the same one? Did I look at this video like years ago? It might not have even been years ago. This is the same one, isn't it? Alright, let me find a different video. I know what you guys like. This is my favorite too. I don't blame you. Nice, I watched that live. Oh yeah. This is actually the greatest. It looked so old, I was like, I didn't watch this at the time. But then I did. I don't remember it, so I could have still watched it. That medium kick cancels into its, or it links into itself, but I don't think it cancels into anything. For Chun-Li. So those down medium kick links, that might be the best you can get there. Look at a cancelable sweep. A slam in. Hell no. The Hien-Shu is plus. It also goes over fireballs. It's quite a good move. I don't remember if it's a real overhead. Sweeping under a fireball. Oh, good punish. Ah, that works. He was cornered though, so I think he only gets a single down medium kick, not all three. This Chun-Li's good. Good in that. It's the only taunt in the whole game, I think. They should bring back Gomenne. Ooh, nice links. Lightning legs is actually multiple kicks in this game, so not easy to do on the fly like that. The guard break. Let's punish nerd. For being a cash-in on Tekken 3, this game is really good. Ooh. Counter Excel. Chun-Li was already not doing anything. No, I played one Virtua Fighter ever. It was on like original Xbox, and I just picked it up because it was like I knew it was a popular fighting game series. I was like, let's see what this is all about. I didn't like it. It felt like Limp Tekken to me. I didn't get an actual download on what it's like competitively. Tatsu Zureka in this game. Super cool throw animation. A lot of the greatest fighting game players ever have started from Virtua Fighter. Can't help but notice. Couldn't he have canceled that super into another super? And like killed? It's the last round. I think he had a 3-bar combo to kill there that he didn't take. Viroso is probably top 1 from what I'll see of this game. He's very scary. This is EX2 Plus. Hold on. I gotta go downstairs really fast, but I'll leave this playing. here I am. What'd I miss? See, there's a guy on the screen now. I need one of you. Oh, jump in Excel to beat the anti-air. People bitch about third strike anti-air parries and jump in parries and whatnot. What about that? What about those? What about jump in Excel? Oh, we dropped it. Every character has re-jump Excel combos, but they're hard to do. Those, you need like an instant air Excel. It's a lot harder than it looks because the opponent stops being juggleable only a few frames after that. This is probably one of Gal's most interesting games for a character who's already interesting every game. Yeah. Meaty fireball into either real or fake cross up. D-Dark has something similar but with the jump. We're gonna do a re-jump. Yup. Oh, I love these, dude. I love these. I love Guile. Guile doesn't have... He only has 2 supers, and you can't go from the flash kick super to the opening gambit super. He's got a level 3 as well. But that means that you can't do like a 3-bar level 1, level 1, level 1 with Guile. Like, you can't do it at all. So if you want to spend multiple super meters, the best way to do it is multiple Excel combos. You gotta be pretty creative about the way you do that. Sonic Boom!
Round 2. Fight.
That looks very safe. Oh, look at that super cancel. He's got like an air dive kick style super where he comes at you punching as he falls. And you can cancel block ball recovery into it. It's a pretty cool idea actually. He's airborne for the recovery, but he's got an air super. There were a lot of really cool ideas like that in this game. The rainbow roll super, but he just got hit out of it. That one kind of sucks to be honest. You do not have to charge in when doing cancels in Excel. It's like Nick Alley or M. Bison and their triggers. This is definitely a candidate for most dreamlike fighting game. The music, the backgrounds, the entire concept. This is very anti-Street Fighter, I feel. I feel like the entire Street Fighter series in general has been a movement towards unsafe from safe. You can even just look at it as a case study, like the same move across multiple Street Fighters. Just see it slowly becoming more and more unsafe as you go. Like Sim slides or something. Maybe you compare like Blanca's electricity. I don't know if there were ever EX3 tournaments. EX3 doesn't have a arcade release, right? It might have been in a couple EVOs. Cool juggle. I like the part where Guile's low short goes like literally as far as his low forward, but cancels. The ground shape roll. Oh, smart. He's going for the chip out. It didn't even work. That's pathetic. He had no HP when the second super even started. I think 1 and 2 have quite tight balance. And I think 3 is a lot more imbalanced. I heard that once, but I don't actually know because I haven't seen much EX3. Nice combo. Low strong, low short. The towards fierce advances so much in this game. He follows it in. It makes it a lot more unsafe to whiff. Still combos up to sonic booms. Woo. Dhalsim has crazy Excel combos, but they're often too hard to really do reliably. This is my favorite stage. The unicorns running around in the background really seal the deal. Giant fucking tree. We really are on the moon. No yoga drill. Saving the meter is good, I think. Guard Crush to make it safe, but Excel punishes Guard Crush. And it also punishes the super, so it's just a catch-all for Sim. If he was willing to spend the bar, he was getting a punish no matter what. This is yoga. Oh, really? Level 3? The level 3 does more damage and chip the closer you are. That hit it like max range. But I think he just wanted the chip like, you know, for this last second. High IQ plays right here. That was an intense round. Gal took it in the shorts. That last little bit of chip. Oh, can we get a big combo? Oh, he dropped it. See, the Stand Fierce didn't even have a fucking hitbox from that close. Nice to juggle. You gotta like let yourself fall a little bit and then start getting hits again. And that allows you to get all the last hits and then land quickly, which allows you to juggle. It's quite cool. It's not super duper hard to do. It's pretty easy to do into Fierce. Roundhouse a little harder because it's slower and I think it's got a higher hitbox. He did Roundhouse. Roundhouse is pretty much the optimal one, I think. It's like hard to even really do it at all. But once you know how to do it, it's you can learn it pretty reliably. It's not like inconsistent. Oh yeah, this is how we play neutral. This is how we zone. What's random about it? I'm pretty good with my knowledge of all Street Fighters. What's my weak area? Street Fighter 2, probably. This is definitely the most slept on Street Fighter title in terms of like goodness to playedness. The fucking grip. Stupid ass Dhalsim command grab. I think Gal's winning. Yeah, he was. Dhalsim aimed upward in order to seal the deal. Make himself unhittable. but he didn't even have more HP. He should have had the dive kick hit Guile. Unfortunately, the only way you can net play this game is probably like MAME and Kyler and whatnot. I don't think it's on any sort of like client. So it'd be annoying to get a bunch of people to actually have that kind of access. You get it? He's going for it. He did the easy version. Okay, and he just did 2 bars. You can do like 3 or even 4 bars of that. This footage is just on YouTube. It's on Ultra Replay. Is this game not Super's debut? Because he's had it in a few other Street Fighter titles. I'm pretty sure he had it in SNK vs. Capcom. He definitely has it in Omega, or a variation of it. That was a really unsafe mummy. Cool punish. Bison's super neat in this game. That's cool. People are still playing Tatsunoko. Reminder that Speed Racer is a Tatsunoko character and could have been in the game but wasn't. Criminal. We could have had the fucking Mach 5 or whatever it is. It's like a super. The Tatsunoko characters we got are apparently based, but I wouldn't know because I don't know who literally any of them are. Some of them look really cool. I want to know who fucking Doronjo is. Or like Ken the Eagle and June the Swan or whatever. I don't watch CBS2 stuff that much, so no. That Noogie's classic. Sim has a throw in this game where he like crawls all over you. This game is already fucking weird as hell, but this stage just takes an extra level in weird as hell stages. What is that thing in the background? It's like we're in a fucking theme park, but there's like a guy being like hanged by one of the roller coaster fucking tracks. I can't even tell what this is supposed to be. It kind of looks like Dio reeing. Like those are the knees and they're all bent. He's like leaning way back like he's limboing and he's got his arms way out. This appears to be a Ferris wheel. It's like a hand holding a clock. Pocket watch. I love that throw you can combo out of. It's a super weak throw, but you can combo a sweep or even an excel. Yoga! Things are going pretty well right now. Cracker Jack! Balrog is not in this game for whatever reason. And this EX character is the Balrog function. Every other EX character is kind of their own thing. Except this guy. He's like a direct Balrog. You've got the dash straights and the dash uppers work the same way. And you've also got a turnaround punch that works the same way. But then he's got a couple other special moves that are unique, like that baseball bat. It destroys fireballs and also throws the opponent way the fuck away in the juggle. Leaves him for like full screen. And he kicks. He's also got a couple of Balrog supers. And then like a super that's not. He's got like 4 supers, I think. He's got one where he literally just hits you upward. Like that one Kim super that does the same thing. It's just a launch. It's not very strong, but you guys juggle out of it. I read that comment and I was wondering too. I've heard a lot of people say it. It might be true. I've only tried it a little bit myself and it felt really fucking hard to do for me. I was getting it basically randomly. Counter excel. Supers are highly accessible in this game. They're very well implemented, I think. This game probably has my favorite super system of any fighting game. I particularly like the flavor of the blue, yellow, red for the amount of meters spent. Michael Tyson, I like that. That's the launching super. Here's a juggle. Pretty cool one. I hit it with the super. Supers are free after KO. That's just a guess activate by M. Bison. That's an overhead, I think, but it's so slow. Darun. Everyone's favorite. Boing. Is this who Slam Man played? An EX fighting layer. Fighting EX layer. That seems like a Slam Man kind of character. Reminder that Darn is just a fucking brown Hakan. Oh, our links. In this game, all moves that cancel have really long cancel windows. Everything is Chun-Li low forward. So like doing 2 low strongs as Darn, you can react to whether the second one hit and then still get the cancel into Lariat or not. It's crazy. You see delayed super cancels everywhere. That makes confirming super duper easy for everyone. The links are real links though. Most of them aren't super hard. The Excel. Usually you just see inter bridge loops. I don't know, the Excel combo is stronger or weaker. Another guess Excel by the second player. It's like I hope you activate immediately. It's safest to Excel and then block. Tricky. There's an inter bridge loop. He's gonna go for the throw. Yep. Or the anti throw rather. Because he actually could have done the air throw there. They both do about the same damage, I think. They're pretty close. I think the anti-air throw does more damage, but the air-to-air throw has better Oki. But don't quote me. Ken's got a traditional Tatsu in this game. It was a Rekka Tatsu in EX1. He can cancel the last hit of Tatsu into his supers, which is pretty busted as you would guess. No cancel at the end of that super. Oh. What a punish. If you let Ken land, I think he can cancel the recovery of the super into another super. So, like, punishing in midair might be safer. I cancel into air Tatsu, that was cool. You ever think it's unfair that Ryu is both the Hadoken man and the DP man? You ever think it's unfair that Sakura is the Tatsu man ×2? You think it's unfair that Akuma's the Tatsu man and the air fireball man? How are they gonna make how are they gonna make DP the signature move of the fighting style, and then fucking have Ken have the better Shoryuken? What's Ryu even doing? He hasn't even mastered his own fucking special technique. I bet Ryu IRL is just like, yeah, Shoryukens are too cheap. I play more honorably. That's why I worked hard, lifted weights every day to shave 3 frames of recovery after my fireball. A mid-excel Tatsu is something I've never seen. Skills, I think. I've heard people say Smash Ryu and Ken combos are crazy. The way that you can cancel attacks into DP makes Ryu and Ken really scary off of their like lowest damage attacks, which is kind of rare. Being able to do a couple jabs and getting DP. I've heard it's like get a couple down tilts or a couple neutral, like get your gentleman and you just like kill someone at 60%. Ken surrendered. Removed Ken's fireballs and gave him a new interesting special move in newer SFs. I was gonna say it first, damn it. It's gonna be like fucking, have you ever heard of Sean? Ken's done a Shinku Hadoken? What game does he have that? I can't actually think of that off the top of my head. Oh. The kick fireballs are super unique, but the thing about the kick fireballs is they're not very good as fireballs. The thing about SF4 Ken is that his fireball really isn't that bad. It's only barely worse than Ryu's, and Ryu's is one of the better ones in the game. Ken's are a little more unsafe point blank. They're also marginally slower. And both of those factors also make them not quite as good in neutral. But they're still quite functional. Ken plays with fireballs. He got hit out 2 lariats. You really feel a loss of Ken's neutral playing a Mega Ken. Losing out on those fireballs. To be honest, a Mega Ryu has like the same fireball speeds as Ultra Ryu. I think. It's pretty close anyway. Ultra Ryu has crazy variation on his fireball speed. The light one is pretty slow and the heavy one is very fast. People don't really remember that because Ryu got that buff in the same patch that people stopped playing him in favor of Evil Ryu. But hard fireball with Ryu and SF4 is like really fast. Oh. Lariat level 3. I think he wanted Darn to duck that. And then he used the Lariat to buffer the 360, 720. You can put literally any character into Smash. Which one do you do? I want to put Shrek in. I think that would troll the fuck out of the greatest number of people while still being a popular pick. Imagine if Shrek just made it. Shin Kazama, that's like a real answer. I said anyone. You could say Adolf Hitler. Reimu. A second Mario. What do you guys think of my idea? It's not even like Dr. Mario or any bullshit like that. It's literally just Mario. It's like the same exact fucking character on a different spot in the roster. And there's like a debut trailer for him and everything. You need to pay money to get him. We're excited to announce your final DLC character for Smash Ultimate. Mario again. I remember Blue Mario. There are too many legitimate answers that are just another Mario. Like Waluigi. Dude, imagine if they were like, and now announcing from our hit series, from the hit video game Mario RPG, Legend of the Seven Stars. And then it was Mallow. Mallow deserves it just as much as Gino, maybe more. Gaijin Goomba is actually what I want. Put him in. Put his rap in. How do I get this emote? It's clean. Ting ting ting. Oh, the 3D! This game is really buggy sometimes. The 3D effects occasionally fuck things up. Like the camera will shift and then the players will be in different planes. Normally you're supposed to be able to pull the opponent towards you and then jump back and they'll be pulled towards you and you'll like be able to get like a jump back hard kick on them. Initial jump or forward jump and they'll go over you. Under you, I mean. I hope if they release a Goomba for Smash, it's not just any Goomba, but it's the first Goomba from Stage 1-1. From the original original Mario Bros. No idea about hitboxes versus collision. I'd guess collision based on the wonkiness of the way some of the attacks hit. I challenge you guys to name a video game character with a higher body count than that initial Goomba. Delicious fruits. No, not as many people have played. I want to be the guy. The Ghost and Pac-Man I'll maybe accept. The red ghost. The S block from Tetris. Fuck that piece. Actually, I hate the square the most. The square is very awkward to place. You have to like build your pieces so that either an S block is a nuisance or a square is a nuisance. Depends on how you stack them. Classic, low forward Hadoken super. Feels good seeing shit like that. That combo is actually not super common in any game. In SF2 and Alpha, you can't cancel a Hadoken into a super. In SF3, low forward fireball is not a common confirm. In SF4 and SF5, that meter is not something you want to spend like that. Or not something you frequently have to spend would be more accurate. This is probably the single game where low forward fireball super is the most good. Who's the toughest boss in Pokemon Red and Blue? Well, not like the tough. Obviously, the toughest boss is probably just gonna be Lance or something, the rival. But like, who's the most out of place difficult? So like, probably one of the Garys, but probably not one of the late Garys. Probably one of the early ones. Probably the one in like Celadon or something. Misty would be good, yeah. Misty's quite hard for when you meet her. And most people, the thing is, I think you're expected to go across Nugget Bridge first. Starmie's not easy if you picked Squirtle, and really fucking hard if you picked Charmander. Whitney, not as many people played Gold and Silver as Red and Blue. So I wanted a Red and Blue one. Whitney's a lot more obvious as a difficulty spike kind of boss. Oh, I didn't get the full connect. That's sad. Sharon from Gen 5, Black and White 2. I don't remember him being... I don't remember anything about that boss fight. I remember Black and White 1 pretty clearly. Damn, I was like Oshawott. I saw that Pokemon, I was like, this is the dumbest Pokemon I've ever seen. And then I watched it slowly wobble back and forth in its fucking battle stance, and I was like, damn, this is the cutest Pokemon ever. I want to fuck Lenora. Is Lenora the big black one? Brock's Pokemon in yellow. That's a good answer. What did they do with that in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu? Did they give Pikachu like Iron Tail or something?
Round one, fight!
In Gen 3 they gave Charmander Iron Tail. Or, not Iron Tail, Metal Claw. Which is still not great because although it is super effective, it's Onix has really good defense. And they also added Mankey for early game. Nice. Nidoran male learns double kick at level 16, which is kinda, that's like a lot of grinding for Brock. That's like enough to evolve your starter. Charmeleon can usually beat Onix just by using Ember. Air Pokemon poll. Aggron. Volcarona. Who were the 4 that didn't get votes? What's the joke answer there? Oh, Ebola, Africa. Gothita is a Pokemon near and dear to my heart. CGL the Pokemon. Neat. Oh. Poor Silcoon. Crocodile is cool. I actually don't like Crocodile as much as Krokorok. I'm watching. I think Krokorok looks cooler. Crocodile looks too like angry and goofy and fat. It feels like Cosmo M only exists to fucking break some new stats on the Pokedex. It's like, hey, this is the smallest Pokemon and also the heaviest one. Two Rogs. And by Rogs, I mean Vegas. Favorite thing about SF5? Let me think about that. What is my favorite thing about SF5? I guess I kind of like the normalization of punishes. That's a really nice quality of life thing. The fact that you've got input buffering for your punish starter, and the fact that they made it so you kind of don't need to remember as much to punish properly. It's like, oh, this is a -4 punish scenario. I just use my strongest combo from my like 4-frame normal. That's it. There's still unsafe attacks in SF5. In fact, there's a shit ton of them. But they're not wonky like they used to be. I have mixed feelings about most of the changes in terms of mechanics. I overall like crush counters, especially now they've been nerfed damage-wise. All the simus are weak as fuck in my opinion. Sagat is in this game, yes. I don't mind easier combos. The lack of combo routes was a big negative, but the easiness of combos I don't think is, or at least not for me. I said it before in a couple places, including streams, I guess. But I think the thing is, the easier combos, they felt like they didn't need to do like multiple combo routes for like one that's easy and one that's hard kind of thing. And then the removal of like proximity normals ended up just removing a bunch of normals in general, so characters have like half as many normals as they used to. So like, if I'd known that both of those things would limit the combo options and the player options in general, I would have been way less, I would have like been way less in favor of it. Three frames is also maybe just a bit too easy. If it was me, I would have been 2-frame buffer. Or, you know, a 1-frame buffer to make everything 2-frame lengths. I should still have Mysterious Mod installed, but it's statlessly out of date by now. I think the removal of proximity normals is a good idea because it gives the player more control on what they want. But the downside is that we had so many normals fucking removed. My ideal for proximity normals would be like being able to get Ryu's far medium kick by hitting medium kick, and Akuma's like knee medium kick by hitting like back medium kick. But instead, Ryu doesn't have a close medium kick and Akuma doesn't have a far medium kick. You see what I'm saying? So the player doesn't actually have more control, they have less control because they have less total attacks. Anyone who doesn't like Keldeo has never used a fucking Calm Mind Keldeo, because that shit is fun.
Round one, fight!
I remember Hydreigon. It actually has good moves to beat fairies, but that's a good thing because it's fucking very weak to fairies. It can't run choice very well anymore. You have to predict too much. It does have, like, I think, Iron Head and Iron Tail, I'm pretty sure. And then I think it also has Gunk Shot. So it can technically beat, like, every fairy in the game. But most Hydreigons used to be Scarfed or Specs. And now, and it's like there was no downside to locking yourself into Draco Meteor. But now Draco Meteor is a lot harder to just, like, even if something resisted it, you didn't care because it was that strong from a Specs Hydreigon. But now fairies can actually tank. Well, they're just immune to the Draco Meteor. So locking yourself into it fucking sucks. It's because Digimon has a Mon that's literally like a pile of poop. Did you ever see that fucking picture? It's like the fucking Chow Chows or whatever, and it's like the evolution of Pokemon versus Digimon. It's fantastic. Someone post that shit. Someone find it. All I know is I want to fuck Angel Woman.
Round 3. Fight.
Pix.me.me. That's it though. That's the one. This is the most accurate picture in history. When's the Digimon World stream? Are those all actual Digimon at the bottom? I can't tell. I think they are. I like that it's a lot more branched. That's cool. Pokemon could benefit from that, to be honest. But the Mon designs have a lot less to do with each other. It's cool when the cactus evolves into another cactus. But it's kind of weird when the female angel evolves into a giant pink dragon. Or when the dog digivolves into a cat. It's like, what? Ari is my least favorite EX character. I don't like her aesthetic. I don't like her move pool either. I don't like anything about her aesthetic. I've been waiting for one of my friends to get free. And it's already 9 PM. I didn't intend for the stream to be very long. That feel. That kick so high. That was way too late. The overhead, it worked. Aria has a lot of pressure where it's really, really hard to contest, but blocking your way out is pretty easy. And it doesn't even do that much chip, so it's kind of obnoxious. She just goes for it. Like, here's my meaty. Just destroyed the earth with that one. I don't like the pigtails. I don't like the giant round glasses. I normally like girl in glasses characters. I don't like the skates. I don't really like the gun arm thing. I don't like it. I don't like the smug. She's like evil smug. Smug can be great or it can be terrible. It is literally canon that there are several Melinas. Don't worry, she'll come back. In fact, I'm not even convinced the one we had in MKX was the original one. Remember that Scorpion must always be neutral, and anytime he starts going too far towards evil or good, he must be reset. Oh, how nice. Watch the PSO. PSO2 is supposedly one of the best MMOs, but the longtime players, I think, have some annoyances with it. I don't know what they are. It might be like pay to win or something, I don't know. Almost every first impression I've ever heard of PSO2 has been good, including mine. Like 8. Actually, yeah, it's actually 8. Announced release date 2012, final release date 2020. ZX2. Dyson seems pretty good in this game. This game doesn't have terrible balance though. Guard status broken. Doing an Excel is a hard counter to a guard break, and it's just a button press to activate. It's like light kick plus medium punch or something. It's a punch and a kick of different strengths, I think is how you do an Excel. I always just do light kick and medium punch. And then a guard break is a kick and punch of the same strength. That's not command overlapping with those or anything, because those are one button in this game. Towards medium punch, etc. No, I kind of like that. Just play Third Strike. In fact, I think you could say that if anyone said anything about playing any game. It's like, oh, I've been really meaning to play Final Fantasy Tactics. Just play Third Strike. I've always wanted to pick up Dishonored. Bro, play Third Strike. Ooh. Yeah, play Ape Escape. Play Third Strike, it's a good game. Oh fuck, I forgot this Skies of Arcadia was on my stream list. I'd probably play the GameCube version. Or I think it's on Steam now, isn't it? Or is it? Is it Legends on the Steam? The original game had a really, really high encounter rate for no reason. And it made it kind of obnoxious. Nice juggle. I've got a sick idea for a fighting game I'd make. It would just be Third Strike exactly, but there would be no Chun-Li on the character select screen. What do you guys think? I'm not sure about Young yet. Might leave him. Everyone better than Oro's gotta go. Everyone worse than Oro's alright. Gotta remove every character who's above me. Only Chun-Li. I peeped the sick idea. Q, EX dash punch is JP1. So you can do 6 of them in a row. What do you guys think? There are lots of fighting games with soft bands. They're just not, like, popular. Whoa. Level 3. That looks pretty safe. Oh, he punished it. It's kind of annoying that Q's only cancelable normal that's good is off of a close range like button that also grants him no charge or anything.
Round one, fight!
I feel like it's impossible to make a JoJo fighting game that wouldn't contain JoJo spoilers. You couldn't even put in Jotaro. There are a lot of villains who you wouldn't be able to put in. That's what this guy said. I haven't watched JoJo, but I play a new JoJo fighting game. I remember I Spy. Let's get a new JoJo fighting game, but every character is Speedwagon. What do you guys think? I'm up to date on JoJo. I read the new chapter that was released just a few days ago. I know everything. Is he a man of the sea or a man of the land? Oh, he went for game right there. "2013 when you were 12. I'm an old man. We got a 2001 baby in the chat. Who's the youngest person here? Show yourself. Imagine being an infant during 9/11. Oh, 04. That might be it. It's pretty young. I can't believe the head doctor is 89 years old. It's hard to imagine a guy could move around that much when he's 89 years old. He's managed to evade all the main character's attempts to meet him. How does he do it? He's 89. Could he really be 89? I don't understand how any of those lines could possibly be there if it wasn't a build-up to him not actually being 89. I'm almost convinced that he's just fucking not even a man. Just fucking 3 kids stacked on top of each other. It's showing a fucking fake mustache. She's like, I'm tired of not being part of this part anymore. Yeah, it's Jojo. I like that. Oh, the super actually worked. Dawson committed to something. It's Holly. Holy. She's the head doctor. I know this is super optimistic, but I really want King Crimson to show up somehow in Part 8. With all the fucking name themes for King stands in the Higashikata family. I'm just kind of hoping there's going to be like a stand evolution. It's going to be like, oh shit, King Crimson. That won't happen. Wow, a bomb should just instantly kill you even if you block it. I never thought about it. Sharon can shoot you with a gun. Like, even if you put your arms in front of your face, shouldn't you just, you know, get shot? Part 4 is comfy. It's definitely not for everyone. It's like one of my favorite parts. I think I like 7, then 8, then 4 as my top 3. It definitely gets more intense as it goes, but it was trying to be kind of a more low-key part, for sure. Five is pretty good. I didn't get that invested in any of the characters. I like Narantia quite a lot, I guess. I kind of like Mista. Gujarati was cool anyway. Gujarati was badass. But I didn't care that much about most of them. The fights are probably some of the best in the series in Part 5. Particularly Beach Boy and I forget who the other guy is. The guy who makes you old. Part 6 had very, very likable characters, but is worse in almost every way than Part 5 besides that. But I think I still like Part 6 more than Part 5 just because I like the characters so much more. Every single character in Part 6 is so good. I like Anasui. I like fucking Foo Fighters. I like Weather Report. I like Jolene. I like Poochie. Every single character is carrying the part. Look how fast. No, but you should. All the parts have relatively similar quality, I feel. There are definitely people who just start at part 3 because that's the famous one. But I think 1 and 2 are worth reading. Yeah, 3 is just the part that got famous. Most of the parts after 3 do the same thing 3 does, but better. I mean, 3 was at one point very original. And it's very formulaic, but I think it's a good formula. I know that fucking the new fucking bad guy is introduced, and I know that Jotaro's gonna punch the fuck out of his face, and then say something cool. I knew it was gonna happen every time, and each time it was as good as the last time it happened. Remember that time Jotaro threw a dog at a blind man? What was the thing they left out of Yu Yu Hakusho? The anime? From that recent stream where I talked about it? Oh, it was that, well, major Yu Yu Hakusho spoilers for anyone who wants to mute their mic for like the next 10 seconds. But it was, the Spirit Realm was responsible for a lot of the low-level demons coming into, they would like set demons up to, oh yeah, mute their mic, mute their volume. Demon World was responsible for indoctrinating demons to commit crimes. Koichi, wrong character. Kakayui made a baby eat shit. Anyway, Enma was basically like a villain in the manga. And that entire like giant twist, which completely changes some of the early villains of the series, was just left entirely out. That could apply to Goki. That could apply to Rando. That could apply to the fucking Saint Beasts. That also, I think, puts Koenma in charge of the Demon World, which is another nice thing for his character, I guess. So there's a lot left out from Yu Yu Hakusho. Whoa, I paused it. Whoa, I went, no, go back. Somehow I got to the homepage. I was trying to type here. What was I gonna say? Oh, that I'm done. There you go. Click the shift key. Yoga Flame. Yu Yu Hakusho is a good series. Go read it. As someone who has now read the entire series and also watched the entire series, I can safely say that reading is the ideal format. Fuck George Saotome. Fuck him. I hate him. Pure filler character right there. I have been light on the streams recently. Not a secret. Nanase is really cool, but she's not played very often. Ever watched or read a shonen? What about Dragon Ball? You haven't even seen that? There are people in this world who haven't seen Dragon Ball. Oh yeah, Pokemon as well. I meant Dragon Ball for the entire body of work, to be honest. Frieza killed Dragon Ball Z by being too good. Couldn't follow that shit up. They got rid of all the fluff characters, so it's just the people you care about. All I need is Goku, Gohan, Vegeta, and fucking Krillin and Piccolo. I thought Cell was okay. I like the androids a lot. Androids is where it stopped being good for me. Or like Cell was like what? Cell was like the downfall. Technically speaking, I think at the time of Frieza being in power, he was like top of the universe, wasn't he? Majin Buu was sealed. Dabura was like in another dimension. The androids didn't exist yet. A lot of the people who could have taken Frieza on weren't really a thing. Beerus didn't care. No, he authorized it, didn't he? They like allowed Planet Vegeta to get fucked up. It was like, yeah, this is destruction, we don't mind. That's true. But Saiyans were supposed to be the strongest and they were all dead. Nah, Beerus isn't even as strong as his fucking caretaker. He was not even the strongest angel. It's kind of hard to say who the canon strongest character is. It might be Zeno Asama. It might be the fucking angel dad, El Gran Padre or whatever. I mean, Zeno can just will you out of existence if he doesn't like you. That seems like hard to match. I think that makes you a serious candidate for the strongest person in the universe. That does so much shit and it's safe. Remember Disgaea 1? Remember Sarah Flemington? Was he like the ruler of heaven? I kind of figured like God or someone would be the ruler of heaven. There was nothing about the story that really made it important that Lemington was a high-ranking angel. Or at least like a super high-ranking angel. But I think it's actually canon that he's like he's like the highest level angel in heaven, which is kind of weird. Nice. El Hermano. I don't know if I'd really call that a Disgaea spoiler. Since it's literally not even addressed in the game. And it doesn't have anything to do with any of the actual spoilers. You think there'd be someone like, you know... The Overlord stuff for the Underworld is the same way. You don't get a good idea of the power levels in Disgaea. You're just following around like random people who are apparently like superhuman. Damn, look at this cheap ass zoning. Delete sim. Is it Zeta? Is Zeta the strongest character in the Disgaea body of work? Is it fucking Ball or whatever? Bale. How do you say it? Is it him? That would make sense. The parry, but he didn't even get anything. I might be leaving in just a bit. When's the Bath Makai Kingdom stream? Makai Kingdom is actually like a fucking incredible game, to be honest. I don't remember if I ever tried to stream that. I think I did. That was me stretching. Damn, this is some nice long footage. Not even halfway through it. It'd be kind of silly to start some other footage now when I might be leaving very shortly. Then my watch later playlist is full of cool things. Ooh, it's MBCI from EVO 2018. I wonder if that's going to be at EVO 2019 or if no one will care. It's not full of Minish Cap. There's a bunch of relatively modern SF4 in here. A little bit of Yatagaras. Some SF5. MK11. Near the top of my watch later is NorCal Regionals 2016 USF4, and I probably put that in there in 2016. Terrifying thought. Yoga play. I've done 2 playthroughs of Eternal Darkness on stream, I think. I've been kind of having a hankering to replay it, so I could do my 3rd playthrough and 100% the game. I didn't even beat Dragon Quest VIII. Well, I did, but there's the secret ending. I never got it. I've just got the file like 99% complete. All I have to do is beat the last boss again and I get the secret ending. Because I got the item that enables it. I don't actually technically know that there is a secret ending yet. But it's so obviously set up to be a secret ending that I just know that it has to be. You get an item during the bonus dungeon that seems like it would change the ending. And the ending was pretty good, but like left out that thing. I should just do that. I should just beat the game on stream. So I can knock it out of the park. Yeah, I never fought the super boss too. Well, I fought him, but I didn't kill him. I like killed his first form, and I was like, wow, this, I didn't realize you had to fight them all at once. This will be boring. Boring's the wrong word. Tedious. This will be difficult and tedious. Dragon Quest VIII. Great game, though. I enjoyed the gem collecting right at the end. Kill the super boss once. Bonus ending. Kill the super boss again, but this time he has 8 times the health or whatever. Thanks, Enix. Dragon Quest 2 and 3 both also had collect gem kind of stuff right at the end. I like that actually. That's a good way to end out an RPG. Getting all 6 orbs in Dragon Quest 3 is actually fantastic. Dragon Quest 2 you just have to get all the seals. I don't remember if there are 3 of them or 5. I think there's 5. The location of all the seals in Dragon Quest II is really bullshit. They're a lot more fair about the orbs in 3. My phone vibrated again, it might be time. Orbs are very magic-y, I don't know.
Round 1, fight!
I think this will be the last one I watch. That was pretty accurate for spell names. Was it Final Fantasy VII where Cure is the healing spell, and then there's another healing spell called Heal, but Heal doesn't like heal HP, it heals status. It's like that always like that surprised me. I think it was that one, and I think it was those 2 words. It's like, how you gonna have a fucking materia called Heal? It doesn't restore your HP. But that's probably the very smallest sin that the translation of FF7 committed. Since almost everything about it was extremely fucky. That's another extremely minor sin. One of my friends was telling me the other day that the Japanese version of FF7 Barret is basically like Neo or like Blade or something. He's really curt and more of like a generic badass than Mr. T, which is what we got. That normal, I think that's far medium kick for her. It looks super weird. The use of the word clone. Some of the biggest spoilers in FF7 are utterly ruined by bad translation. Because every time the word clone is used, it's used incorrectly. That's super safe on block, I think. Some of the translation has been changed in re-releases. Like, I think Tifa doesn't say retard in the Steam version of FF7. Alright, this one's the last one. But clone has never been addressed, I don't think. No, it's counterattack with its something. Attack with when its tail is up. It's like one sentence, but it's separated by like a line break, and you can't see that it's a line break because it has incorrect punctuation. So it really, what Barret's is saying is if you attack with the tails up, it'll counterattack. But what everyone sees is attack with its tails up, exclamation points. And then it'll counterattack a little later after they probably already attacked. That's stupid. That one's mean to the player, but in terms of translation, it's not too bad. Just got a bad punctuation mark in the middle of it. And it's not clear enough that it's a conditional. I wonder if Tifa will say retard in the new game. I would like that. It's during the climbing part. Climbing Shinra. The Shinra executive building. It's like, will you guys stop acting like retards and climb? I hope so. I didn't get that during my playthrough. I was sad. Probably because I used Tifa not at all and Eris quite a lot in the early game. I didn't even know that that was optional. Love that combo. Didn't even combo. Or did it? Didn't seem to. But it still got 15 hits somehow. I can't wait for Don Corneo to take me to bed. I can't wait for Tifa to threaten to crush his testicles. They'll probably keep that, right? Maybe? Why won't Tifa threaten to crush my testicles? Is that it? Alright. I remember someone doing an analysis that showed that Tifa and Advent Children actually had bigger tits than she did in the game. He was like doing side-by-sides and calculating stuff. People complain about Advent Children Tifa's titties. They're pretty giant in that game. I mean in that movie. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I think Tifa looks better, to be honest. But I've never been super big on titty monsters. Or not inherently anyway. I'm out.